bit helps. Any little bit. What?
Yeah, no worries. Thank you, guys.
It does not.
From Victory Field in Watertown, Mass., this is Intercity League Baseball on LSP. Tonight, it's the decisive Game 3 of the Intercity League semifinals between the Wakefield Merchants and the Alibrandis, with the series tied at 1 game apiece. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. As I mentioned, the Merchants and the Alibrandis splitting the first 2 games of the series, including a 12-inning victory 2-1 walk-off style by Wakefield last night over at Morelli to force Game 3 back here at Victory Field. And the Merchants looking to make a return trip to the Intercity League semifinals for the first time in eons, and the Alibrandis looking to make their first appearance ever in the Intercity League Championship Series in their second year in the league. First pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1 at 7:29. John Luters leading it off for the Wakefield Merchants. Luters, the shortstop, batting .154 this postseason, 2 for 13 with 3 runs scored. He takes on the inside corner for strike 2. 0-2 the count. The umpires for tonight, Michael Henyoza. Behind the plate, down at first base is Steve Martinelli, and down at third base is Sam Finn. On the mound for the Alibrandis, Ryan Corvo. He delivers up and away, ball 1. The full starting lineup for the Merchants in the traditional blue jerseys with gray letters and numbers and gray pants. John Luters leading it off at shortstop, followed by Scott Searles at second. Bobby Lozano is in center. Mike Sorrentino is the DH. Anthony Cesari is in left. Dylan Coster is at first. Tyler Line is in right. Chris Butler is behind the plate. And Ryan Collins is at third, rounding out the lineup as that is fouled to the left side. Remains 1-2. Merchants swept the Malden Mad Dogs in the first round. Alibrandis had a first-round bye. And the winner of this game will face the Lexington Blue Sox, who won a 9-6 slugfest at Pine Banks last night, to advance to their 13th consecutive Intercity League Championship Series. That's outside, and Luters has worked it from 0-2 to 2-2. We'll give you the Alibrandis starting lineup before they come to bat. Right now, Corvo with a 2-2 count. And this is ground to the left side and through for a base hit, and the Merchants have the leadoff man aboard to begin the ball game. For those of you who were expecting to see the Blue Sox Chiefs game last night here on LSP, we were unable to do so because of the setup at Pine Banks. We were unable to get to the power source at the field, kind of limited access there. But as you could follow the action on Twitter, and as you saw, the Blue Sox, and as I just mentioned, the Blue Sox winning a 9-6 slugfest. Getting this bunt down is Scott Searles, and he will get tagged out by the first baseman, Bobby Barrett, for out number 1. Up to second with the first run of the ball game goes John Luters. Representing the first run of the ball game, Luters. And now here is Bobby Lozano, the 2-time reigning Intercity League MVP, 267 on the postseason with 1 double, 1 homer, and 2 RBIs. He comes up empty at a pitch away for strike 1. Lozano didn't have the off-the-charts numbers he had the last 2 years in his MVP seasons, but still respectable numbers. But he comes up empty 0-2. Finishing the season .329 with 4 doubles, 2 triples, 1 homer, and 15 RBIs, and 8 of 8 in stolen base attempts at an OPS of .919. 0-2 the count to Lozano, and he just dribbles this one foul behind home plate. Lozano against the Alibrandis this year was 4 of 10 with a triple and 2 RBIs. Also stole 1 base. Good block by Teddy Juba. And it's 1-2. Teddy and his wife Meredith expecting a son soon. So congratulations to them. Looters at second, 1 out, 1-2 the count. A swing and a miss and an off-speed pitch, and down goes Lozano for out number 2, first strikeout for Corvo. So now Mike Sorrentino, the DH, who has been the Merchants' best hitter this postseason, at .545 with 3 RBIs. Ball 1. Sorrentino has not had an extra base hit, but he's also drawn 5 walks. So he's been on base 11 times in 16 plate appearances. This is fouled off, and it's strike 1. Good for an on-base percentage of .688. Wakefield Merchants attempting to make it to their first Intercity League Championship series since 1994, when they defeated the Augustine A's for the title. Down and away, 2-1. It's been 24 years, 25 years and counting, since Wakefield last made it to the championship series. Meanwhile, in those 25 years, the team that awaits the winner of this game, as a feeble swing and a miss by Sorrentino, 2-2, the team that awaits the winner of this game, the Blue Sox, have won 14 titles. Alibrandis looking to make it to their first Intercity League Championship Series in their second year after dominating the Yawkey League for so many years. This is into left field, and that's down for a base hit. Being waved around third is Looters. Here comes the throw from Anthony Perry. It's offline. It hit the runner. Looters scores, and it's 1-0. Mike Sorrentino comes through again. And now Anthony Cesari, the left fielder. And he fouls this one off. Had a good hard sound off the bat, but it's 0-1. Cesari 0 for 2 with a walk this postseason as he takes down and away for ball 1. Fouled off again. Cesari behind a couple of these. And it's 0-2. On first is Sorrentino. And a little nubber in front of the plate. This might be a tough play. Juba on to first. Throw is offline. Cesari probably had that beat out anyway, so that'll be an infield single. First and second, 2 out. And now Dylan Coster, the first baseman. Coster at .267, no extra base hits, 1 RBI. And he fouls this one the other way for strike 1. Merchants as a team this postseason coming into tonight batting just .209. Only 2 batters batting above 300 for the Merchants this postseason. And we've already seen both of them. Scott Searles laid down the sacrifice bunt, and Mike Sorrentino, who picked up the RBI single. The 1-1. That's outside. It gets off the mitt of Juba, and up to second and third go Cesari and Sorrentino. Pass ball there on Juba. Three and one. And now Corriveau in danger of loading the bases. On the outside corner, strike 2, that fills the count. Corriveau in the regular season was 6-1-1 with a .57 ERA in 44 2/3 innings. He allowed 47 hits, 17 runs, 10 of which were earned, walked 12, and struck out 50. And he picks up another strikeout as he corkscrews Coster into the ground for the out that retires the side. But the Merchants do pick up the first run of the ball game, always important in an elimination game. And after half an inning, it is the Merchants 1 and the Alibrandis coming up. This is not Blue Sox baseball. This is Intercity League baseball on LSP. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis. So as promised, here's the starting lineup for the Alibrandis in the home white jerseys with black letters and numbers and the black, white, and red cap. Juan Parra will lead it off in right field, followed by Michael McGuire in center. Teddy Juba is behind the plate. Dave Lightbody is the DH. Bobby Barrett is at first. Matt Henriksen is at third. Ryan Long is at second. Mark Odessa is at short. And Anthony Perry rounds out the lineup in left. On the mound for the Merchants will be Greg Johnson. Johnson making his second appearance of the season, second appearance of the postseason, pitched a third of an inning 2 nights ago in the loss against the Alibrandis, allowed 1 hit and hit 1 batter. Again, it's just a third of an inning appearance. In the regular season, he was 1-3 with a .236 ERA in 32 2/3 innings. He allowed 34 hits, 19 runs, 11 of which were earned, walked 7, struck out 28, and hit 2 batters. He faced the Alibrandis twice in the regular season, going 0-1 with a .311 ERA in 9 innings, allowed 7 hits, 7 runs, 4 of which were earned, walked 4, struck out 8. Pitched 2 innings against the Alibrandis on June 9th, and then pitched a complete game on August 4th, taking the loss. His only win of the season came against the Andre Chiefs in a complete game effort. Shutout with 3 hits allowed and 9 strikeouts. So you know they like to get that kind of performance, the Merchants, out of Johnson tonight. First championship series appearance in 25 years on the line for the Merchants, and they've given him a 1-0 lead. Here is the speedy Juan Parra to lead things off in the bottom of the first. Parra at .300 through the first 2 games of the series with 1 double. And that is up and in for ball 1. Parra's also scored 2 runs, struck out once. Johnson delivers. 1-1 on the inside corner. Parra in the regular season batted .303 with 4 doubles, 9 RBIs, and was 8 of 8 in stolen base attempts. Walked 13 times compared to just 9 strikeouts. This is grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. The shortstop, Luders, was playing way over towards third base, anticipating Wara to pull, and that left a big gap up the middle for Parra to get on base to lead off the bottom of the first. So now Michael McGuire, the center fielder. McGuire 2 for 10 with 2 runs scored, 1 double, and 2 RBIs. as he chops this one in front of the mound. Only play will be to first. Johnson fields it and throws on to Coster at first for out number 1. Up to second with the tying run goes Para. Now Teddy Juba, the catcher. As I've mentioned in past broadcasts, certainly a candidate for Intercity League MVP. Entering play at .625 this postseason with 3 RBIs. No extra base hits, though. And Juba takes just outside, ball 1. Johnson comes set. And the 1-0. That's on the outside corner to even the count. Swing and a miss. And a pitch that looked up and away. And it is 1-2. Up and away again, but this time Juba lays off, and it's 2-2. Grounded to the right side. Waiting for it is Searles. He'll fire onto first. 2 down. Up to third goes Para. So it'll be up to the player manager, Dave Lightbody, as the DH tonight, to try and bring home Para with the tying run. Lightbody 3 of 8 through the first 2 games with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs. And he takes strike 1. And excuse me, swing, he went around, says Hazonia. And it is 0-2. Down low, ball 1. Fouled off. Still 1-2. Parr at third. Moved over there by 2 ground balls. That is down and away. And Lightbody gets it to even at 2-2. This is into center field. Lozano on the run. He camps under it and makes the catch. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. After 1 complete, 1-0 Merchants. This is Intercity League Baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information.
Definitely not for him.
Top of the second, it'll be the bottom third of the order due up for the Merchants, Tyler Line, Chris Butler, and Ryan Collins. Line dribbles the first one down the third baseline and over towards the Alibrandis dugout for strike one. Line, the Merchants right fielder, entering play at 2 of 11 this postseason with 1 RBI, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. The Merchants have struck out 30 times in 115 at-bats as a team compared to just 13 walks. And they've already struck out twice tonight, and now Line is in danger of going down. He's 0-2. Red Sox tied with the Orioles 1-1 in the third right now. That bounces about 2 feet in front of the plate. And that'll be ball one. Probably more than that, actually. One run on 3 hits in the first inning for the Merchants. Getting an important 1-0 lead on the road in a decisive Game 3 as that is swung on and missed. Juba applies the tag. 1 down, and Corvo picks up his 3rd strikeout already. All swinging strikeouts. Now it'll be the catcher, Chris Butler. Butler 1 for 9 with 1 RBI and 1 walk compared to 6 strikeouts. As he lines this one into right field, that's down for a base hit. Parra will cut it off, so no victory field home run there for Butler, but he does get aboard with 1 out. 4th hit already for the Merchants. Now it'll be Ryan Collins, the 3rd baseman. Collins 0 for 13 with 6 strikeouts in the first 4 games of the postseason for the Merchants. He grounds this one to the left side. Shortstop has it to second for 1. On to first, make it 0 for 15. It's a 6-4-3 double play, and just like that, the side is retired. So after 1.5, it is the Merchants 1 and the Alibrandis 0. This is Intercity League Baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. So we go to the bottom of the second. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for the Alibrandis, Barrett, Henriksen, and Lung. Bobby Barrett, the first baseman, will lead things off. Greg Johnson winds and delivers the first pitch, and it's grounded to the left side. Luders has it on to first. 1 down on 1 pitch.
That's right, Wakefield.
Now it'll be Matt Henriksen, the 3rd baseman. Henriksen 1 for 7 through the first 2 games of the series with 2 walks. And Johnson gets ahead of him, 0-1.
our reviews, everybody does it.
Outside for ball one.
He's got a well.
Erickson in the regular season batted .278 with 2 doubles and 5 RBIs. 2-1. Against the Merchants, played just one game and was 1 for 1 with a double, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. He lines this one. Oh, past the scoop attempt of the shortstop Looters for a base hit. Initially, that looked like it was destined for the gap for extra bases. Then Looters gave it the Olay there. Barrett came over, Lozano came over to cut it off. So just a single for Henriksen, and that'll bring up Ryan Long. And Long takes on the outside corner, strike one. Runner bluffs off of first, and that pitch is up and in for ball one to Long, who's batting .500 through the first 2 games of the series with 2 runs scored. Throw back to first and back safely is Henriksen. Alibrandis only attempted 1 steal this series, and that was by Long, and he was caught. Up and in for ball 2. Alibrandis is a team in the regular season with 28 out of 30 stolen base attempts. Three and one to Long. The shortstop Mark Odessa on deck.
Come on, Greg.
Swing and a miss. Full count.
Come on, pal, let's get him.
Henriksen in the regular season was 1 of 1 stolen base attempts. We'll see if maybe he runs here with a full count pitch and 1 out. Try and get the hit and run going. He does go. The pitch is grounded to the left side. Only play will be to first, and a nice strong throw at short by Looters will get Long and go flying down the line.
Nice pickup, Dylan.
Good job, Dylan.
And there are 2 down. Henriksen advances to second, staying out of the double play.
Go, Jonathan.
That'll bring up Mark Odessa, the shortstop. Odessa 2 for 7 with a run scored and an RBI this series. And he skies this one to center field. Lozano makes the catch. And once again, the Alibrandis lead the tying run in scoring position. After 2 complete 1-0 Merchants, this is Intercity League Baseball on LSP.
Well, I said 4.
It's 2.
I said 4.
The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts, or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. For the Alibrandis, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors, 2 left for the Merchants through the first 2 innings. Again, an elimination game, winner to the Intercity League Championship Series to begin either Sunday or Monday at Morelli Field to face the Lexington Blue Sox. For the Alibrandis, it would be their first appearance of the Intercity League Championship Series in their second year in the league, again after dominating the Yawkey League for so many years. And for the Merchants, it would be the first appearance for them since 1994, which was also their last Intercity League title. Sorry for the echo on the audio, folks. I realized I had the the ambient mic on during that whole situation. Top third, it'll be the top third of the order, due up for the Merchants. Looters led off the ballgame with a single and came around to score what is thus far the game's only run, and he takes strike one on the outside corner.
Sorry, Jonathan, you sorry.
Ball one.
Good bat, man. Good bat.
3 strikeouts through the first 2 innings for Corvo. No strikeouts for Johnson. Inside corner, strike 2. Down and away, 2-2. Alibrandis have pretty much made Victory Field their home, after this being the home of for so many years of the Watertown Reds, who ceased operations before this season. Little dribbler to the left side. Nice spinning play and a throw to first by Henriksen for the first out of the inning. So Looters is retired. He's now 1 for 2. And that'll bring up Scott Searles, who laid down a sac bunt his first time up in the first. That play enabled Looters to get into scoring position and score the first run, and a feeble swing and a miss by Searles there for strike 1. Pitching might be depleted for both teams, as after the 12-inning marathon last night at Morelli, this is grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. Searles picks up his first base hit of the ball game. He's now 1 for 1. Fifth hit of the ball game for the Merchants. All of them have been singles. Now here is Bobby Lozano. Struck out swinging his first time up in the first. And he takes ball 1. This game started at 7:29. We are now 32 minutes in. It's 8:01 here on the East Coast. Outside ball 2. Runs inside, nearly hits Lozano, 3-0. Left fielder Perry is playing Lozano pretty deep. And McGuire was playing a couple steps towards left. Now he's pretty much straight up. Taking all the way there is Lozano. It's 3-1, and now we'll go to work. Outside corner, full count. Well, we saw Henriksen run on a 3-2 pitch with 1 out, last inning to stay out of a double play. Let's see if Searles does the same. He gets a secondary lead. It's down the third base line. Throw will be not there. It pulled him off the bag. It pulled the second baseman Lung off the bag. Sam Finn right on that call. So it'll be first and second, 1 out on the fielder's choice. It'll be an E5. Strike 1 now to Mike Sorrentino. Sorrentino had the RBI single his last time up. This is grounded to first, could be two. To Lung for one, on to first, not in time. Excuse me, that was a Dessa for one, so another fielder's choice. Lozano is retired 3-6. Sorrentino reaches, and now runners at the corners, 2 down for Anthony Cesari. He had a single last time up. Looking to come through and pad this Merchants lead. He fouls this one off for strike one. Alibrandis shut out the Merchants 9-0 in the first game of this series, but then a 2-1 12-inning marathon last night at Morelli. That just misses for ball one. Merchants got the first run in the bottom of the first. The Alibrandis came back with a run in the top of the third, and it's been donuts since. He went around, and it's 1-2. It's been donuts since for the Alibrandis, anyways. Alibrandis had Chris Costa go 8 innings and James Cranfin go 3. Merchants had Colin Jana go 9 innings and Joseph McGuire go 3 for the win. And a swing and a miss at a pitch away, and the side is retired. And the Merchants cannot capitalize. After 2.5, 1-0 Merchants. This is Intercity League Baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is the Intercity League Championship Series between the winner of this game and the Lexington Blue Sox, starting either Sunday or Monday night at Morelli Field in Melrose. Watch all the games live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the games the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the games at the LSP store.
Well, yeah, you can. Dick was it. Oh, Dick. He was the best, wasn't he? Who was the other one I loved? That was it, Farrell?
Come on, Greg!
Farrell's been working down the Cape doing,
Dick Butler?
he's flipping houses with,
Let's go.
nephew Stevens' wife, her father's down the Cape next club. So he was flipping houses with Farrell for the last couple of years. Now Farrell's doing lobster.
We go to the bottom of the third. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters due up, Perry, Parra, and McGuire. Anthony Perry, the left fielder, leading things off. Takes strike one. Perry playing in his second game out of a possible 3, 0 for 2 in the first one. He grounds this one to the left side. Looters. Another strong throw, and he gets him for out number 1. Looters has made some terrific plays at shortstop, some really strong throws, and couldn't knock the effort on the ball that Henriksen hit for the base hit his first time up. On that 1-out single in the second. So here's Juan Parra, and he takes ball 1. Parra singled leading off the bottom of the first, but was stranded at third. Alibrandis have stranded a runner in scoring position in each of the first 2 innings after falling behind 1-0 in the top of the first. Third baseman Collins in a little bit, anticipating maybe a bunt from Parra, 2-0. And Johnson misses outside, ball 3. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 left for the Alibrandis. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors, and 4 left for the Merchants. Johnson on the 3-0. Will get me over fastball there, and it's 3-1. On deck is Michael McGuire. From 3-0 to 3-2. Parra's speed, don't want to just hand him first base. I expect a challenge pitch here. Grounded right back off the glove of Johnson. And able to reach with an infield single is Parra. That was a tailor-made comeback, but it was hit a little too hard. Parra reaches, and Parra is aboard for the second time. Runner on first, 1 out. And here is Michael McGuire. He did ground out on a comebacker to the pitcher his first time up. Let's see if Parra runs here early in the count. Outside for ball 1. That's in there for strike 1. I think Butler was trying to set up outside. It came back over the heart of the plate, but no harm, no foul as McGuire took. Throw back to first, and Parra is back safely. Breaking ball on the outside corner, strike 2. Teddy Juba on deck. Parra takes off. The pitch is a ball. Throw down to second. Not in time. Might have had him if throws a little lower, but it's a little high. Save from going into center field, though. So runner in scoring position. 2-2 the count. And a grounder up the middle, and it's through for a base hit. Parra being waved around third. He will score easily. An RBI single for Michael McGuire, and we have a tie ball game. Here's Teddy Juba, who grounded out to second his first time up. The Alibrandis finally coming through with their first run here in the bottom of the third. And that is on the outside corner to the Alibrandis catcher for strike 1. Teddy 5 for 9 with 3 RBIs. Sam Finn says he didn't go, so it's ball 1. Now time is called. Both teams have had a base runner in every inning. Juba takes outside ball 2. Well, the Merchants have stranded 5 runners through the first 3 innings. Juba laces this one into right center field. That's going to travel a long way. McGuire around second, around third. He's going to be waved around to score. The throw to the plate. Offline. Juba picks up a double, an RBI, and it is 2-1. A good throw, and it's a Bang bang play at home, but the throw skipped to the backstop on the relay. And McGuire scores. Here is Dave Lightbody. Takes strike one. Lightbody flew out to center, his first time up in the first. First extra base hit of the ball game, plates the go-ahead run for the Alibrandis. Strike two. Two runs on 3 hits this inning. And a swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, David Lightbody. That is the first strikeout for Johnson. And it'll be up to Bobby Barrett. Barrett grounded out to short his first time up. And another strike thrown by Johnson. It's 0-1. Juba getting his lead off of second. And this is into right field and down for a base hit. Juba's being waved around third. Here comes the throw to the plate, and they got him! That relay is on the money, and the side is retired. The Alibrandis do take the lead, however, with 2 runs on 4 hits and leave 1. After 3 complete, 2-1 Alibrandis. This is Intercity League Baseball on LSP. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis.
Don't tell my wife. All by himself.
Pretend to leave the hotel. I don't know, whatever. You want to ride back?
No, I got people expecting me.
Funny as hell. Get some hits. Come on, Dylan. Get it up. Better up.
2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 3 left for the Alibrandis. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors, and 5 left. 4 left, I should say, not 5. 4 left for the Merchants. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Merchants here in the top of the 4th, and Dylan Coster takes strike 1. Coster struck out swinging to end the first. Runs inside, and that's ball 1. Four strikeouts through the first 3 innings for Corriveau. The first runner of the ball, first batter of the ball game to come around to score after a leadoff single by Luters, but has settled down nicely. Worked his way out of a couple of 2 runners on jams, and he is ahead of Coster, 1-2. And Coster grounds this one to second. Lungs got it. 1 down. So Coster 0 for 2. That'll bring up the right fielder Tyler Line, who struck out swinging his first time up, leading off the top of the second. And that misses the inside corner for ball one. Corvo misses up and away, 2-0. Corvo faced the Merchants twice this season and was 2-0 with a .70 ERA. 2-1 the count to Line. 10 innings of work allowed 9 hits, 2 runs, one of which was earned, walked 2 and struck out 10, and hit 1 batter. Strike 2. Corvo defeated every team he faced this year except the Blue Sox, which he only faced once. Allowed 10 hits and 7 runs in 3 2/3. Defeated Melrose twice, Malden once, was 1-0-1 against Reading. Possible candidate for pitcher of the year. This is down the third baseline, out of the reach of Henriksen. Fair ball into the corner. Line's on his way to second. He'll get there with a double. A rocket on 3 2. Tying run now in scoring position for Chris Butler. First extra base hit of the ball game for the Merchants. Butler 1 for 1 with a single. Comes up empty for strike 1. That is the second extra base hit of the series for the Merchants as Butler fouls this one off and he's behind 0-2. They had a double and a home run against the Mad Dogs in 2 games. Now have 2 doubles against the Alibrandis. This is into center field. McGuire's on his horse, reaches up, makes the catch. Tagging from second is Line. He'll get to third, and there are 2 down. So now it'll be up to the number 9 hitter, Ryan Collins, to try and tie this ball game. Collins grounded into a 6-4-3 double play to end the second his first time up. And he comes up empty for strike 1. Collins still looking for his first hit of the postseason, 0 for 13 through the first, 0 for 14, I should say, through the first 4 games, excuse me. And he takes just outside for ball 1. Collins against the Alibrandis this year was 4 for 10, though, with a run scored and 2 walks. He's behind 0-2. This is a guy you think should be able to square one up against the Alibrandis, but that has been the case. You understand his struggles against Malden in the first round. He was 1 for 10 against them in the regular season. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And the side is retired. The Merchants strand another runner in scoring position. After 3.5, we're halfway home, 2-1 Alibrandis. This is Intercity League Baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Matt Henriksen to lead things off. He singled his first time up. Henriksen, Long, and Odessa due up here in the bottom of the fourth, as that is fouled off. 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for Johnson. Leadoff man retired here in the bottom of the fourth. Johnson's gotten the leadoff man in each of the last 3 innings. Here's Ryan Long, grounded out to short his first time up. Outside for ball 1. And hits the outside corner to even the count. Along with his ground out to short, falling to 4 of 9 on the postseason, but still a very respectable average. He's behind 1 and 2. Long 3 for 5 and scored the only run of the ball game for the Alibrandis last night. He hits a little cue shot to third, gobbled up there, on to first, and a great stretch and pick by Coster for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down, and that brings up Mark Odessa, who flew out to center his first time up to end the second. And Odessa falls behind 0-1. Odessa 2 for 8, including tonight's action, was 0 for 4 last night. And he's behind 0-2. Odessa in the regular season was 4 of 11 against the Merchants. And he comes up empty on 3 pitches. And the side is retired. That's our first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. After 4 complete, still 2-1 Alibrandis. This is Intercity League Baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel.
Yeah, we're going to go tomorrow morning. Dishwasher doesn't start, they'll flip the circuit and the some problem with the dishwasher. All these things look up. Don't miss the ball times for the floor.
So triples by Andrew Benintendi and Mitch Moreland have put the Red Sox on top of the Orioles, 3-1. Top of the fifth, it'll be the top third of the order due up for the Merchants. Luters, Searles, and Lozano. Luters 1 for 2 with a single, a run scored, and a ground out to third. It's Ryan Corvo, who has scattered 6 hits, not just the 1 run, and struck out 5, I should say. Collins, the last out of the top of the fourth. Luter, Searles, and Lozano, top third of the order, due up here. In the top of the fifth as the Merchants try to claw back here, as that's fouled off for strike 1. If the score holds, it would set up the Blue Sox versus the Alibrandis in the ICL Championship Series, and that's a series that the Blue Sox, if you're a first-time viewer of LSP, the Blue Sox are one of my primary teams that I cover, and that's a game, that's a series that they're chomping at the bit for. I'll explain why in a second as Luters fouls that one off. He's behind 0-2. If you saw the game a couple weeks ago, actually was, last week actually, between the Blue Sox and the Alibrandis here at Victory Field, as that's low for ball 1. The Blue Sox came back from deficits of 1-0, 2-1, and 5-2 to 1-0, 2-1, 5-2, and 7-5, I should say, to take the lead 8-7 take that into the bottom of the 7th, and then they got the last batter of the game down to 2 strikes with 2 outs, and that's when the umpires called the game due to the curfew here at Victory Field. And with the rules being the way that they are, it reverted to, since the home team did not get to complete their at-bat and they were trailing, it reverts to the last full inning, and that was when the Alibrandis were leading 7-5, and that wiped out a big 2-run homer by Alex Wojtek that gave the Blue Sox the 8-7 lead. But it was the first time the Alibrandis had won a game under those circumstances here at Victory Field. And it's from 0-2 to a leadoff walk for John Luters. But they had previously won a game, lost a game, and tied a game under those circumstances here at Victory Field. And that's the hard thing about starting games at 7:45 here at Victory Field. You basically have a 10 or 10:15 curfew. If you have a grindy game like that, you're kind of out of luck and you got your hands tied. Fortunately, we did start this game at 7:30, actually just a minute before that. We were forced to start at 7:45 with all the camps and clinics, and the Watertown High football team was doing training camp just before this game on this field, because, of course, this is also the Watertown High football field. We were able to start at 7:29. Hopefully we won't run into a 12-inning marathon like we did last night. This is a little nubber to third. Henrikson's got it to second for 1. On to first. Double play. Searles grounds into a 5-4-3 double play, and there are 2 out. Second double play that the Merchants have hit into tonight, and that was actually the second double play that they've hit into on the first pitch of the at-bat. Collins did the same thing. Now here's Lozano, who takes strike 1. Lozano 0 for 2, struck out swinging in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the third. Dribbles this one foul at the dish. 0-2. Merchants with a base runner in every inning, but have stranded 5 to this point. And of course, had 2 of them taken off the bases via double plays. Merchants got the first run of the ball game all the way back in the top of the first. 2 runs in the bottom of the third for the Alibrandis is the difference at this point. Ball 1. In a swing and a miss at a pitch away. 4 strike 3. Lozano goes down on strikes for the second time. That makes it 6 strikeouts through the first 5 innings for Corriveau. And after 4.5, still 2-1 Alibrandis. This is Intercity League Baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. Strike 1 to Anthony Perry to begin the bottom of the 5th. Perry grounded out to short his first time up, leading off the 3rd. He looks to bunt his way on. It's a good one, but then it dribbles foul for strike 2. Two runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 3 left for the Alibrandis. 1 run, 6 hits, no errors, and 5 left for the Merchants. I got to wait for Perry to come back. Perry hits this one to center field, and it will be caught by the shortstop Looters for out number 1. So that makes 3 out of 5 innings that Looters makes the first out of the inning. And that'll turn the lineup over for Juan Parra, 2 for 2, with a stolen base and a run scored. And he takes on the outside corner strike 1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Outside and dropped by Butler, but no harm, no foul. 1-2. Inside out swing by Parra, and he fouls it off, keeps it at 1-2. Parra upping his average to 5 of 12 on the postseason. But you batted just 1 of 9 in 3 games against the Merchants in the regular season, so this is a great turnaround. And he foul tips this one into the mitt of Butler for strike 3. 2 up, 2 down. That brings up Michael McGuire, the center fielder. McGuire had an RBI single his last time up, then came around to score on Juba's double. Outside, ball 1. In the top of the 6th, the Merchants will have the middle third of the order due up: Sorrentino, Cesari, and Coster. Breaking ball can't catch the inside corner, and it's 2-0. That's in there for strike 1, 2-1. Three and 1. Full count. On deck is Teddy Juba. Payoff pitch from Johnson. Fouled off. Johnson's picked up 3 strikeouts in the last 3 innings. As this is lined to second, diving catch by Searles for the out that retires the side. So 7 of the last 8 retired by Johnson. Now can the Merchants reward him? After 5 complete, still 2-1 Alibrandis. This is Intercity League Baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is the Intercity League Championship Series between the Blue Sox and either the Merchants or the Alibrandis, starting either Sunday or Monday night at Morelli Field in Melrose. Watch all the games live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the games the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store.
No, if they lose, then
Mike Sorrentino lead things off. He drove home the lone Merchants run back in the first. Ryan Corvo still out there for his 6th inning of work. And Sorrentino takes down and away ball 1. Sorrentino 1 for 2. He's reached base both times. Single in the first, as I mentioned. Fielder's choice in the third. He grounds this one to the left side. Odessa's got it. Throw on to first. One down. Now Anthony Ciceri. He had a single his first time up in the first. Struck out swinging to end the third. Big gap to right center for Ciceri, but he'll foul it the other way for strike one. We're in this game of the Intercity League Championship Series to face the Lexington Blue Sox, who won a 9-6 slugfest at Pine Banks last night over the Andre Chiefs to secure their place in their 13th consecutive ICL Championship Series. Ball one. 1 run, 6 hits, no errors, 5 left for the Merchants. 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and 3 left for the Alibrandis. 2-1. Merchant starter Greg Johnson has retired 7 of the last 8 since allowing the go-ahead run to score on a double by Teddy Juba back in the third. But the Merchants have not been able to reward his efforts. They got him the lead after half an inning, but they left 2 runners in scoring position in the first, and runners at first and third in the third, and a runner at third in the fourth. So they have stranded 4 runners in scoring position tonight out of the 5 they've left on base. Three and 2. Dylan Coster on deck. Ball 4. 1 out walk. Here's Coster trying to race his 0 for 2. Strikeout and a ground out to second. Throw back to first, and back safely is Ciceri. Ciceri did not attempt a stolen base in the regular season. Ball 1. Coster's kind of a curious case. He lit the league on fire for a little more than the first half of the 2018 season, then fell ice cold. Did finish the season at .427, but a couple more hits. He could have won a batting title in those last few games. .427 last year with 3 doubles and 19 RBIs and 5-6 in stolen base attempts. And then in the postseason last year in 4 games, just batted 2 for 14. This year, in the regular season, batted .279 with 3 doubles and just 4 RBIs. Did walk more than he struck out, though, 10-7. This year in the postseason, Enter play at .415. He's now 4 of 17 after the 0 for 2 thus far tonight. Trying to get back to that first half of 2018 form. 3-0. There's now action warming in the Alibrandis bullpen with Tyler Line on deck, tying run at first, go-ahead run at the plate, and back-to-back walks. And now it looks like Dave Lightbody's coming out to the mound. And could this be it for Corriveau? Corriveau not happy with him coming out. Is this just a conference to try and settle him down? Or could this be the hook? Got Tyler Line coming up, who has the only extra base hit tonight for the Merchants. 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a double. Home plate umpire going out there to try and break up this conference. Now Dave Elligood going down to the home plate area, not to talk to the man up to bat, Tyler Line, but to the catcher, Chris Butler, who's on deck. Line, as I said, 1 for 2, struck out swinging in the second, doubled in the fourth. Line, after back-to-back walks, taken all the way, and it's strike 1. Cesari at second, Coster at first. And that pep talk certainly helped, because Corvo's now ahead 0-2. Swing and a miss and a pitch away, strike 3. Seven strikeouts for Corvo, none bigger than that one, as it makes it 2 down. And here is Butler, 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out to center. Tying run at second, go ahead run at first. Butler went around, strike 1. In the bottom of the 6th, the Alibrandis, this lead holds. They have the right guys up for some insurance. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up. Juba, Lightbody, and Barrett. This is into left center field. Perry can't make the catch. 1 run scores. Being waved around third is Coster. The relay will not be in time. Wakefield takes the lead. 2-run double by Chris Butler. Chris Butler with the biggest hit of the ball game and possibly the season for the Merchants. Now Ryan Collins takes high, ball 1. Collins still in search of his first base hit of the series, of the postseason, in fact. Grounded out in a 6-4-3 double play and struck out swinging. 2-0. Collins again 0 for 15 with 7 strikeouts. Hits this one down the right field line foul. Still ahead in the count, 2-1. Collins has been on base just once in 16 plate appearances. That was when he was hit by a pitch. 3-1. Leadoff hitter John Luter's on deck. This might be Corvo's last batter either way. Swing and a miss. Full count. So I mentioned the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for the Alibrandis next half inning. They were looking to pad the lead. Now they're trying to tie it. Corvo delivers. Little nubber. This might be a tough play. Corvo's got it in time. The side is retired, but the damage has been done. 2-run double by Chris Butler gives Wakefield the lead. 3-2 Merchants after 5.5. This is Intercity League Baseball on LSP. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis.
Oh, I went over and I shared it with her so she could forward it to him. You are. Everything's on Google. Google.
I love it. I've seen more stupid shit on Facebook. Great music. Oh, yeah.
Come on, pal.
Teddy Juba leading off the bottom of the sixth. Had a two-run double his last, had an RBI double, not a two-run double, an RBI double his last time up. That gave the Alibrandis what was then a 2-1 lead. He will take ball one. 7 of the last 8 retired by Johnson. Now can he make this lead hold up? 2-0. This strike zone, a little frustrating. Certainly seemed that way for Corriveau, and now it seems that way for Johnson. 3-0. Juba steps out of the plate. He's drawn 2 walks this postseason. Of course, the Alibrandis the best at drawing walks in the regular season. And that's on the outside corner, strike 1. Juba was second in the ICL in walks with 18 behind Michael McGuire with 19. Full count. In fact, 3 of the 4 top 4 walk drawers in the Intercity League were members of the Alibrandis. From 3-0 to 3-2 for Juba. Ball 4. So the tying run aboard for the Alibrandis. And now Dave Lightbody. Lightbody 0 for 2, fly out to center, strikeout swinging. Double-barreled action warming in the Merchants bullpen. The first pitch to Lightbody is driven deep to left! Gone! First pitch swinging! And the lead changes hands again! It bangs off the DPW shed. Dave Lightbody with a 2-run jack on the first pitch of the at-bat. His first home run and 4th and 5th RBIs of the postseason. And the Alibrandis, after falling behind 3-2 in the top half of this inning, and now this is into center field. Lozano's on his horse, but he will make the catch. So on one pitch, Bobby Barrett is retired. Here's Henriksen, 1 for 2.
That's it.
0-2 now the count to Henriksen. 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout swinging.
Put him away.
Fouled off.
Right back at it.
This is dribbled to the left side. Nice scoop at third by Collins. High throw! And it goes offline. Thankfully kept in the ballpark by the fence. That'll be an E5. Henriksen reaches. Now Ryan Lung. Lung is 0 for 2 with a ground out to short and a ground out to third. Now he's looking to the dugout for something. We're just getting some fresh baseballs, first of all.
Turn 2.
And Lung hits this deep into right field. Back goes Line, but he makes the catch. That might be out of a few ballparks in this league, but Line is there for out number 2. Some hard hit balls this inning, even the 2 flyouts. And now Mark Odessa. Runner bluffs off of first, and it's outside for ball 1. In the top of the 7th, the Merchants will have the top third of the order due up. Luters, Searles, and Lozano. Guys you want at leading off, we need a rally. Throw back to first, and Henriksen is back safely. Runner bluffs off of first again, and it's outside for ball 2.
Come on, pal.
Go at him, Greg. Go at him.
Under your feet.
3-0, ball dropped by Butler, but no advance by Henriksen. On deck is Anthony Perry. Get me over fastball there, 3-1. Two runs in the third, 2 runs in the 6th for the Alibrandis. This is a slow dribbler to short. Luters has it. Throw to first in time. The side is retired, but once again, the damage has been done. 2-run jack by Dave Lightbody has the Alibrandis 3 outs away from an appearance in the Intercity League Championship Series. After 6 complete, 4-3 Alibrandis. This is Intercity League Baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So a couple of changes for the Alibrandis as James Crampton takes over in left for Anthony Perry. And on the mound to close it out is the man who got a complete game shutout victory 2 nights ago in Game 1 of the series, Matt Horan. Horan was the Intercity League Pitcher of the Year last year for the Watertown Reds, and now he looks to send the Alibrandis to the Intercity League Championship Series against the Lexington Blue Sox. And that is strike 1 to John Luters. Luters is 1 for 2 with a single, a walk, and a run scored. This is fouled off, and Luters is behind 0-2. Horan 2 nights ago, 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. On the regular season, 3-3 with 1 save at a 2.22 ERA in 41 innings, allowed 36 hits, 16 runs, 13 of which were earned, walked 7, struck out 54, surrendered 2 home runs, hit 3 batters, threw 2 wild pitches, and he's got out number 1 here in the top of the 7th. Now Scott Searles, 1 for 2, sack bunt in the first, single in the third, 5-4-3 double play in the 5th. And that is strike 1. Swing and a miss, and Searles' bat goes flying. 0-2. Both teams with 2 runs in the 6th inning. Exchanging hands of the lead. Lead exchanging hands. I can talk. It's not that late. Come on. Horan with the 0-2. Upstairs, 1-2. Searles just trying to get on base for Bobby Lozano. Searles representing the tying run at the plate. Good block by Juba, but no harm, no foul with no runners on base and only now a 2-2 count. Merchants have left 5 runners in scoring position tonight. This is grounded to the left side. Odessa on a high hop, throws to first. 2 down. And now Bobby Lozano. The last chance of the season for the Merchants. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, sandwiched around a fielder's choice. Big gap to left center. He hits this one into right field. Parra makes the catch. The Alibrandis, in their 2nd year in the Intercity League, advance to their first Intercity League Championship Series with a 2-1 series win and a 4-3 win here in Game 3. And they have a date with the Lexington Blue Sox, and after the way their regular season series ended with the Blue Sox, you know we are in for a very entertaining championship series. So in a game that took 1 hour and 39 minutes, the winning pitcher is Ryan Corriveau. The losing pitcher is Greg Johnson. The save goes to Matt Horan. The final totals for the Wakefield Merchants, their season ends, and they were 1 win away and 6 outs away from their first championship series appearance in 25 years, but it'll have to wait another year. They finished with 3 runs on 7 hits, 1 error, and 6 left. And for the Alibrandis, advancing to the Intercity League Championship Series for the first time their 2nd year in the league, 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 4 left. Our players of the game, Ryan Corriveau getting the win in 6 innings with 6 strikeouts. 7 strikeouts, I should say. And Teddy Juba, 1 for 2 with a double, a walk, RBI and a run scored. And Dave Lightbody with the game-winning home run in the bottom of the 6th, the game-winning 2-run home run. So, if you don't believe me, that this is going to be an entertaining series between the Blue Sox and the Alibrandis, please go back in the LSP archives. And the Blue Sox have swept each of the last 4 Intercity League Championship Series. I think this is going to be a lot more competitive than that. I have a feeling this could go the distance. So, again, tune in starting Sunday or Monday night from Morelli Field, the Intercity League Championship Series between the Blue Sox and the Alibrandis. So with that said, this has been a presentation of local sports production serving Greater Boston student-athletes since 2011. Copyright 2019, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of local sports productions is strictly prohibited. A reminder that LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your next rental from Avis. LSP's next broadcast Sunday or Monday night with Game 1 of the Intercity League Championship Series between the Blue Sox, Lexington Blue Sox, and the Alibrandis. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. And be sure to follow LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from Victory Field in Watertown, Mass. It is the Alibrandis 4 and the Wakefield Merchants 3. The Alibrandis win the best-of-3 Intercity League semifinals 2-1 and advance to the Intercity League Championship Series against the Lexington Blue Sox. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.